I'm Joe Chile. You can listen to me mornings on the Big Weck. Joining us today on the Big Weck Presents Buffalo on the Rise is Craig Willoughby from Willoughby Insurance. Craig?
Hey, how are you? Thank you.
I'm doing very well. How are you doing?
Good.
Tell me, Willoughby will when nobody will. You know, I mean, we've talked about this, before, but I think that there's some real history in that, right?
Oh yeah, 72 years, more than 72 years worth of history. My grandfather, big tall Walt Willoughby, he started the agency right after World War II, came home from the war, didn't want to work for the company, didn't want to be a man for the company, so he started his own agency. And it was right when my father was born. He had his first son born. He decided to open his own agency out of his house on Minnesota Avenue in Buffalo. And ever since then, it's just been a mom and pop shop. I moved from Minnesota over to Main Street. We've been up and down Main Street 2 or 3 different locations, and now we're at the corner of Main and Ferry 3 generations later, doing Willoughby will when nobody will.
I think you could rent that name, Walt Willoughby, out to radio. They say, WW, you know what I mean? I think that would work out really well. Interesting thing, when we talk about Willoughby will when nobody will, it takes me back to how you talk about people that can't get insurance for whatever reason. And that slug line actually makes a lot of sense because you go to great extremes to get people insurance, right?
Oh, absolutely. It's been a niche market where, for 70 years, there's 27,000 insurance agents across the nation, and they specialize in, the standard insurance. I specialize in the niche market for people that have just, no matter what, even in a good market, they can't get their own insurance because they got a speeding ticket, they got a DWI. They've had an accident or two, and the Geicos and State Farms of the world, they turn them down or they charge them too much. They can come to me, and I have the high-risk carriers at Willoughby that will get them insurance. They're going to pay a few bucks more for it, but I can at least get them the coverage. They're not going to be able to get in the voluntary market.
Is there such thing as a risk pool anymore? I remember when I was growing up, it was like, well, you're going to go into the risk pool. I said, I remember saying to my dad, Dad, can I go on your insurance? No, because I want you to learn how to, get insurance on your own, right?
So yeah, no, that's what the risk pool was invented for, over 60 years ago. It was to place insurance for New York residents. Get New York State residents insurance in the non-voluntary market because they can't qualify in the voluntary market. And that's just New York State protecting its residents. They created the risk pool. Anyone can get insurance, but you got to get it from a broker who's licensed and certified to sell risk pool insurance. And that's what we've done for 70 years. We've sold the risk pool more than anyone else in the state of New York, and we've made a business and a reputation and a niche market off of it.
You talk about being an independent insurance agency. What exactly does that mean?
Being independent, I represent 15 different insurance companies. So I represent all the big names like Liberty Mutual and Nationwide, MetLife and Mercury and AAA Insurance Company. I got all the great carriers. I insure myself. What that does, that allows me to broaden my market. I can insure guys like you, guys like me. I can insure guys with 3 DWIs and 4 accidents on their driving record in the last 2 years. It doesn't matter who you are. I can cover the entire spectrum because I represent the risk pool and I represent the preferred markets. I can do it all for anyone that calls me.
Now, when he says he can insure people like you, people like me, and he mentions the 4 DWIs, that wasn't me. I just want to make sure. No, I think that there are a lot of challenges out there, right? I mean, when people come up to you and they say, I don't want to say that you're like a last resort, right? But sometimes people will say, look, I've been to this, I can't get insured. And do you just say automatically, oh, we'll find a way?
Yeah, I've been getting a lot of those calls lately. With inflation, the market is shut down almost completely right now. It costs too much to repair cars, and a lot of those preferred carriers out there, they stop taking on new business. And when they stop taking on the new business, everyone's calling me. And I get that exact comment all the time. I can't take offense to it. I can't get mad about it, but it's even friends. They call up like, Craig, I can't believe I'm calling you, but I need insurance, man. Liberty Mutual said they won't take me back because I missed a credit card payment. And it's just that simple. It's not because they got a DWI. It's not because they had too many accidents. They missed a payment. And these carriers are looking for any excuse that, I don't want to say any excuse. If they have a reason to drop you, they will drop you and not take you back right now because it costs them too much to hold on to you in the inflated markets right now. And when they drop you, no one else is going to pick you up because now either you're going to have a lapse or 2, you're going to have a reason why the next carrier is not going to want you because it's going to cost too much for them to pick you up. I'm getting all the calls now because we're putting them all in the risk pool. I'm putting some close friends into the New York State assigned risk pool who said in their lifetime they didn't even know what it was or much less think they'd ever go there.
How do you get? Can you get a discount on insurance nowadays?
Yeah, for sure, for sure. You go to the defensive driving course. You can do it right online on your smartphone. It's very easy to do. It takes 6 hours. It's kind of boring, but you do pick up a lot of key information that all of us need to get refreshed on. You can do it in class. You can go to, I think every Saturday it's offered at like Maryvale High School or Kenmore Mercy Hospital. You can go to different locations to do it in person, but everyone does it on their tablets or their iPhones or their computers. You got 30 days to complete 30 days to complete 6 hours. It's easy to do.
I think that it's something people should really look at, because no matter what, and we've only got about a minute left, but I mean, no matter what, your rates are going to go up, right? Even if you've done nothing wrong, you're going to get a bill and you're going to say, it just went up $300. What did I do, right?
It's nothing you did. It's the market right now. And it's been that way for over a year and a half now since inflation started. No matter how good you are, no matter how good your credit is, how perfect your driving record is. I mean, personally, I've been 25 years without ever missing a day of having insurance in my name. 830 credit score, and I haven't made a claim until this year. My rates went up over $1,000. They don't discriminate. Everyone's going up. It's just inflation right now.
Well, I think I don't have to worry about it. You do, because I think they base it on muscle tone. I have none. For more information and answers to your questions, contact Willoughby Insurance by calling 716-885-8100 or go to willoughbyinsurance.com. Sponsorship and promotional consideration for the preceding segment was provided by the following.